All right, we're out here, 914, taking it for a little spin. Camilo, how does it feel?
Car feels great. We just got it back from the customer just to do a little bit of drivability on it. The car is super responsive, and it freaking handles like it's on rails.
Feels great. I mean, I feel like we're like barely even going that fast, but it's so small. It's like we're like a bullet.
It's almost like a little go-kart.
Oh yeah.
Big V8 in the back.
That's a good way to put it. You got the engine right there. Whoa. All right. So, are you gonna miss this car?
I'm most definitely gonna miss this car, but what makes me feel better about it is that the customer's gonna love it more than I'm gonna miss it. For him to really put so much time into it, you know, it's gonna be really fulfilling when he has it back, being able to street drive it every day. You know, it's just a street cruiser, so it's not like a dedicated track car.
And then how long have you guys been working on it?
A little bit, I think a little bit over a year, or just a hair under a year, just around a year.
Well, there was a lot to do to it, right? You had a lot of rust on the bottom. There
was a lot of corrosion that we went through and fixed. I mean, these things are really well known for having a good amount of rust. Sometimes you get lucky, and like this one didn't have crazy amounts of rust, so that's why it's actually feasible to do.
You guys pulled out the whole interior.
Yeah, he wanted a custom interior, so we went ahead and made him a custom center console. He didn't really want to use the other center console that we offered, so and then we went ahead and did a simple dash for him. He literally wants nothing on the dash except for AC controls, radio, and then his button controls over here. Bear in mind though, most of the time what you're going to be listening to is the V8 in the back.
Yeah, exactly.
With the UC10 that we put in, you can really monitor all your data. It has obvious oil pressure, coolant temp, but you can monitor your fuel pressure, your map pressure, AFRs. Obviously, nice to have a battery gauge on here. You can see your voltage is good. You can even see air temp.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, the car sounds great. I mean, it does have our custom Z-pipe exhaust, so you can really catch that tone.
Oh my god, dude! What the fuck?
Hey guys, it's Gizmo with Renegadehybrids. Just want to do a walkthrough of this 914 build that we just finished and just show you guys the whole car. So this is the front of a 914. It's got our cooling system in it. So you got your radiator, fans, sheet metal, AC condenser. We use these little batteries here. The Odysseys, they're very light, small, compact, so they fit great in the front of the 914. And then you've got our 914 fuel system here, which has got a fuel pump in here submerged in the tank, so you don't have any vapor lock or anything like that, with the new steel braided Pergola lines and the Corvette filter down there. You can see the new AC unit we've been using in these cars. That gives you heat, defrost, AC, everything, keeps the whole cab nice and cold. So you can see those are the side marker front lights. This is from 3DG Auto. And then you've got the front splitter, balance splitter there. So, and then you've got the hole here cut open for the radiator, so your air goes in here and out the sides. So that's all pretty typical 914 stuff that you'll see. This car is actually on a full 911 suspension from Tarrant Engineering. So it's got RSR 911 coilovers. It's got 996 big brakes on it. Just a lot of suspension stuff on this car. So this is Carlos's interior. This is all his idea. We've really pushed him on the Haltech dash and the PDM so that he could do a bunch of funky stuff with these buttons. Super simple. It's got a numeric shifter from a GT4, so he's got a GT4 transmission in this car. I will turn the dash on so you guys can see it. This is all stuff you can do with the Haltech. So we're trying to push away from the GM ECU on the older cars and push everyone over to a Haltech Rebel. So you can see this is a full digital cluster. He's got fuel pressure, map, air fuel ratio, gear position, battery voltage, air temp, fuel level, coolant temp, RPM, speed, odometer, and then oil pressure. So he's got everything, and then he's even got tire pressures here. So it's a lot for an old 914, right? And then here's your backup camera also. So your cluster can also double as your backup camera with the Haltech, which allows him to not have like a crazy big 7-inch radio in the car. So if you can see, the car's very simple dash, very low key. You can see the numeric shifter. You can actually see some of the air conditioning unit down there. So you can see how much room you have with that AC unit. You've got nothing here in your knees. Everything's all under there, so you got a full passenger compartment there. So all the data you would want. So you can see this thing's got 996 brakes front and rear, and then you've got a little electric parking brake there from Willwood that's got a little button here on the dash. So you just turn this knob here, and then you've got electric parking brake. It's not moving. With the 996 brakes, you can only run a 17-inch wheel, I believe. So we've got actually a 996 spare tire back here, just in case he ever gets a flat. He can keep going, and his Targa also fits in there with it in there. So you can see the Haltech there. Something cool about the Haltech is it's got a built-in PDM that's got 4 channels in it. So you get fan 1, fan 2, and fuel pump all through the Haltech. So there's no fuses or relays. There's just a single 14 gauge wire from the ECU directly to the fan, directly to the fuel pump, and it works. So no relay for the fuel pump or the fans. Obviously you could use it to power your water pump, but with those being used already, we do have to run a relay for the water pump. So these cars use electric water pumps, so you do have to put a relay in for that. Other than that, these things are awesome. So you can't beat them. It's like $1,400 ECU and harness. It runs amazing. We put them in everything 99 and older. So this is actually something that's pretty new. So you can see our Z-pipe exhaust here for the 914. This stuff's gonna get rewrapped with some new exhaust wrap, and you can see the GT4 transmission there. So this has got a 2016 GT4 Cayman transmission in it, which is pretty sweet for a 914. So this is Carlos, this is a 914. This is probably his first big car build, and he went from like 0 to hero for sure. Full Resto 914 for the first build, which is awesome. What are your thoughts on the car in general?
Man, I've wanted to do this for the last 25 years. It's been in the back of my head, and one day flipping through YouTube, I ran into you guys, and I'm glad I did. And to my surprise, you guys were here in Florida, not too far from where I am. So it was a no-brainer. I picked up the phone the next day and reached out and called you guys. I'm glad you guys had a slot for me and put all your heart and soul into this. This is better than I could have ever imagined. So I'm really happy.
So one thing that's cool is a lot of the customers we get, they're from like Arizona, California, Utah. So Carlos is local. So he was very involved. He was here all the time, checking this, going through the interior, and just making sure, just being a part of it, which is cool because, you see a lot of people that just have the money to build something and they're like, just, hey, here's this, build me the car, and they're just not involved. So to have someone be very involved in the build and, care about the fender gap and this and the light, and I mean, he was here putting the whole interior together in the car post-paint. So seeing that with a customer is really cool. And I'm glad that we were all able to be a part of it. So it was super cool for us too. Just, it's one thing to just throw $100,000 at something and say, deliver me a car. It's another thing to be like in it and you put the door together. You know how big of a pain those windows are.
Oh my gosh.
So, but yeah, I mean, he drove this thing with the stock engine from the dealership to here. So you probably put 30 miles on it here.
Barely made it.
So he technically just got this thing, 430 horsepower LS, boom, So now it's time to enjoy it. It's been a long 9 months to a year of building the car. So
which is that's impressive.
Yeah, it was
for what was done. That's impressive.
Yeah, I told him, like, with what we're doing, I mean, 9 months for a full resto like this is pretty crazy. I mean, this thing got a full chassis PDM. It got the new Haltech stuff. It got a full digital dash. A lot of things that we just haven't done on a Renegade car in the past. So this is probably, I would say, the new standard of wiring and ECU and stuff like that for these cars for the 914. So, and I think it's cool that a local car here got it. You know, so a lot of people will kind of call us and say, you know, hey, like, should I send it to Vegas? Should I send it to Florida? I mean, Carlos found out about Renegade, called Vegas, and then he found out we were here. What would you say the process of getting it here and doing it here was? Communication, just the whole build process in general?
It was fantastic. I mean, obviously being local, you guys saw me probably more than you wanted to. You know, would drive here on the way home from work to check, help, see what I needed to order, what was missing, come up with new ideas. Every time they opened something, I said, oh, well, let me look that up and find something. So luckily, Gizmo let me participate in that, which was nice. You know, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed being part of that, and I wouldn't have been able to do that if it was in Vegas. You know, in this 9 months, I probably would have been able to go once.
Yeah.
You know, just because of my schedule. So to be able to, you know, participate, and you know, I picked up the phone, I texted you, you called me right back, you let me know what was going on, what you needed from my end. So it was great communication. And like you said, you included me in the build, so I really appreciated that, because again, this was my dream for the last 25 years, and to be able to at least tighten a screw here and there was a treat.
Yeah, I try to be as straightforward as possible. I mean, these cars, like you said, you take the door off and there's rust. You take this off and you find this, and you can find stuff all over the place. And to have customers that are understanding and understand that they're building a 1973, you know, rust ball, essentially, because they're all little rust balls at the end of the day. You know, it's awesome to have the direct customer, you know, communication. So I'm happy that you're happy with that. So
yeah, definitely.
We tried a bunch of like little funky things on these, that, you know, electric parking brake. I mean, we've never done that. I don't think Renegade's ever done it, and it's just, you know, cheap kit from Willwood, and it works great. It's better than just sticking it in gear. You know, a lot of little things that just were fun to do, first time things. So this is a cool car, so we'll try to show it all in the video. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah, extra perk, I could run with you guys for the cars and coffees.
Yeah.
since you're local.
Yeah, it'll be at a lot of local cars and coffees for sure.
Thanks
So,
again.
No problem.